If you have ever stepped onto a worship team or thought that you might want to step onto a worship team, but then thought, what am I actually supposed to be doing up there as a backup singer? You're in the right place. We are going to do a whole series for vocalists who are brand new to being in a worship leading position. It can be very intimidating, but after we're done, I feel very confident that you will feel very confident in your role. My name is Rachel Steele. I've been a professional musician for about 25 years. I had a country band that was working all the time for about 16 years, and I've been a worship leader for the past 12 years. Over the years, I've had opportunities to open for some incredible artists like Brad Paisley, Alabama, Big and Ridge. But then when my faith journey really took root, I found myself opening for artists like Phil Wickham and Brandon Heath. At one point, I actually got to sing with Brandon Heath, his hit song, No Turning Back, which sounds amazing, and it actually is amazing, but I have a really funny, encouraging story to tell you. I'll share that at the end of the video, so stick around if you want to hear it. I think I could even attach a video of that moment. But I've had the pleasure of working with many different vocalists, musicians. I've had the opportunity to build teams and to learn what actually helps a room full of people engage and what doesn't. So let's start here because this actually changes everything if you can get this. You are not just a backup singer. I know that that's the language that we use, but what you're actually doing is helping a room full of people go into a time of worship. You are part of the team that is setting the space for people to sing, to speak to, and to hear from God. That means you are not background. You are a guide. You are a leader. If the lead vocalist stops singing, worship shouldn't stop because the whole team is leading. Our goal is not to sound impressive. Our goal is to remove distractions and to create a clear path for people to engage with God. Everything that we do, from how we sing, to how we stand, to how we interact with each other on stage, either helps people in or it pulls them out. We are not the spotlight, we are the pathway. Before we ever even talk about notes or harmonies, we have to talk about posture. And I'm not just talking about physical posture, I'm talking about the posture of your heart. Do you believe what you're singing? Does your face show it? Are you engaged, or are you white knuckle hanging on for dear life just trying to get through the song? People don't just hear worship songs. They actually read and feel them. They read it and feel it in your expressions, in your body language, in your focus. It all communicates. So we need to remember that we're not performing, but we are leading, and people are following what they see. If it's fake, it's obvious. So start with your heart. Are you doing this for the right reason? So let's get really practical for a minute. Here's the baseline expectation for every single worship vocalist on every single team in every single church. Come to rehearsal prepared. That means you've listened to the songs. You are familiar with the structure. You have an idea of what your part is before you walk in. I love note takers. Note takers make me so happy. Print your music, mark all over it, use it during the week as you rehearse to remind you of things that you might forget. You're not going to remember them. Write it down. And if you're thinking right now, I don't even know how to figure out what my part is yet, don't worry. I've totally got you. I'm going to do another video that's all about walking through step by step. How do you map out a song? How do you learn your parts so that you can show up confident? And I also have some tutorials on this channel already, some background vocal tutorials, and a whole bunch of videos that are in the works just to help worship teams get excellent. But for now, just know this. We don't come to rehearsal to learn a song for the first time. We come together to refine it together. And at the same time, be really flexible because things are going to change. Arrangements are going to shift. Parts are going to get reassigned. So come in prepared, but very flexible. Come in very confident, but very teachable. So here's something that might actually surprise you a little bit. Being a great backup singer is less about how well you sing and more about how well you listen. Blending really matters. It matters more than volume. Awareness of what's going on matters more than talent. If everyone is singing perfectly, but no one is listening to each other, it's gonna sound like a hot mess. So you gotta constantly ask yourself, where do I fit in? Am I supporting or am I overpowering? I have to check myself on that still after 25 years. Am I matching what's happening around me, the mood on the stage? The magic of a vocal team is not in an individual voice. It's actually about unity. It's breathing together. It's ending words together at the same time. It's shaping vowels the same way. It's matching. It's watching the leader. We don't sound great because we're all talented individuals. We sound great because we move together. That makes a really powerful vocal team. And this one is really important. We are going to pursue excellence. Always pursue excellence because distractions matter. What we do affects people's ability to engage. But we also want to lead with a ton of grace for each other on the team. We're all going to mess up. We're all going to make mistakes. The goal is not perfection. The goal is growth. Every single week, can we get a little bit better and a little bit better? This week, our lead pastor was talking in a staff meeting, and he said something that I just loved, and I've adopted it. He said, if everyone is 1% better every week, by the end of the year, each of us and the team collectively is going to be 52% better. So what is that 1% that you can do this week, that you can implement, not just for the week, but really for the rest of the year, for forever actually? It could be as simple as smiling more. If you're a musician, it could be beginning to memorize just sections of a song, with the goal being at the end of the year, we're going to ditch the charts. Just pick one thing. And then if your church records services or they stream services, go back and watch it. See how you did. You need to know that. If you can sing every single note perfectly, but you forget why you're up there, you have completely missed it. But if your heart is right and you're growing and you are helping lead people towards Jesus and to see Jesus, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. In the next episode, we're going to get really practical. We're going to start talking about things like in-ear monitors. We're going to talk about mixes and sound checks and how to actually function on stage with confidence. So let me recap. As a worship vocalist, you're not just filling space. You are helping lead people into an encounter with God. And that means we show up prepared, we stay flexible, we listen more than we sing, we move as one unified team, we pursue excellence so that there's no distractions, but we carry grace and we're all growing. When you hold all of that together, the heart and the preparation and the unity, you are doing exactly what you were created to do up there. Okay, so here's the Brandon Heath story I was talking about. And at the end of this story, you're going to understand why I'm telling you it. So as opening for Brandon Heath, he had just won a Dove Award. He had his song No Turning Back on the radio. It was everywhere all the time. It was super hot. So before the show, we all gathered together to pray. And then right after we finished, he looked at me and said, hey, I have a song on the radio right now. I would love for you to come sing it with me tonight. And on the outside, I was shocked. And I was like, oh, sure, I would love to. And thank you for asking me. I was cool, calm, totally collected. But on the inside, it was absolute chaos, full internal meltdown. Because here's the truth. I knew the song, it was on the radio, but I didn't know the song, like get on stage with Brandon Heath in front of a crowd, know the song. But there was absolutely no way that I was going to say no to this opportunity. So for the next hour, I'm sitting in the green room in the corner with my headphones on, and I'm looking like I'm having this like deep spiritual moment before this show. But really, I am completely cramming. Like I forgot there was a final kind of cramming. I'm replaying the song. I'm mouthing the words. I'm trying to memorize the structure. I'm praying the whole time, Lord, please let this stick in my head. And then it was time. It was the last song of the show. He invites me back out on stage. And then I step out thinking, okay, I think I know this. I feel pretty good about it. Not really sure, not solid, but here we go. And the whole time I'm trying to enjoy myself, but I'm just strategically watching his lips, like total weirdo, locked in, staring at his lips. Trying not to look lost, trying not to panic. Just hopefully I won't sing the wrong words confidently into the microphone. And somehow we made it through. He did fine. Somehow I made it through. But it ended up being one of my favorite musical moments ever. What an incredible gift to get to say that I got to sing a song with Brandon Heath. And here's why I tell you the story. You never know when moments like that are going to show up for you. I could have said no out of fear. I could have completely missed that opportunity. But I stepped in, even though it wasn't perfect, even though I was figuring it out in real time, even though I was scared out of my mind. And now I get to say that I sang with Brandon Heath. And maybe for you, stepping onto a worship team feels like that moment. It feels a little scary. It feels a little unknown. Just do your best, practice hard, ask a ton of questions. There really is no stupid questions, even though I know some people who say some questions are stupid. There's no stupid questions. Enjoy the process of learning, because you never know what God might do with your yes. I made up my mind.